Hey crafty cuties! I wanted to just show you a card that I made for my mom before I give it away to her. And I plan on making a few cards with these stamp sets that I have. So I'll probably just include a couple more card shares with you guys. And let me know if you guys like just a card share video where I'm not making it but I'm showing you. I just feel that, you know, if you did want to try to recreate this or grab inspiration from it, you probably could just as well as if I were doing like a process video, because I will be explaining all the details. But let me know if you don't like it, that's totally okay. So also sorry about the shadows, but let's just move on from apologizing and get going. So first of all, I am using these two stamp sets right here for this card. These are the Lawn Fawn Fairy Friends and the Gnome Place Like Home, I think. I'll have them linked below just in case you want to check them out. I believe the fairy one is new, and then the gnome one's been around for quite a while. There are a lot of really cute elements in this. But anyways, yeah, so I wanted to create a birthday card for my mom, so I just used a piece of mixed media paper for the background. I used Distress ink for the cloud background that you can kind of see, and I kind of made my own cloud stencil. I don't know if you can tell, but that was super easy. I just cut out cloud shapes on a piece of cardstock, and then I used my Distress inks going over it. So then down here, I just honestly cut out something that looks like a hill, two of them actually, and then I just layered them on top of each other. I don't find it necessary to buy dies that are something as simple that I could do. So yeah, and then I just used a few different elements from each of the stamp sets, the fairies, the flowers, and then this little flower house, and I think this little light thing and the steps are all from the fairy. So I think this little mushroom house is the only one that I used from the gnome garden. Yeah, and then I just used some gold washi tape on both sides here, and then on top and bottom I just used some gold scalloped ribbon trim that I thought looked really cool. For the inside I just kept it super simple, which I always do. I just used some stickers that say happy birthday, and I might do a few stamps down here of the tiny little flowers. But I really love how it turned out. It's super cute. I searched Pinterest a ton for different ideas, and that's usually kind of how I get started on cards if I am feeling like I don't know where to start. Now you can't really see probably too well, but I did use some Wink Stella on the hair, the wings, the flowers. I mean, how can you not use a ton of glitter for a fairy card, right? And then the sequins that I used were from Neat and Tangled. I think it was called Little Things or something. Again, if I can find the link to where I got those, I will post that below too. I used my Copic markers for most of the coloring. However, I also used some of my Zig markers for, I think, some of the flowers. And then I also used Distress ink for like these flowers. I always mix it up because I don't have all of the colors in Copic. I don't have a ton of colors in Zig, so I just mix it up and I like the effect. But anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, and sorry if you can hear background noise. I am filming outside. Alright, well, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! Okay, crafty cuties, here is the second card that I made with this stamp set. I really like how this one turned out. Basically for the inside of the shaker, I just used Distress inks to watercolor around the stamps. So you can see there are 4 different stamps from the set, and then a couple little birds. So I guess that's not really 3. I am not counting very well. And yeah, I just used Distress inks and a brush, and I basically just went around the stamps, and it did get like a little dark in a couple areas, but I still like how it turned out. I'm trying to kind of work with making things not look super perfect and just going with it. And then I put a couple of the little fairies out here, and I colored those with Copic markers. And then I just used my butterfly punch for the inside and outside, and I used some sequins, and I also used Distress inks on the outside here. So the only thing that I did, which I wish I wouldn't have, is I forgot to take a dryer sheet and wipe it around the edge of the foam, so you can see that You can see that sequins are kind of sticking up here, but it's okay. I really just made this card not really for anyone. I just wanted to play with this stamp set. So be sure if you're making a shaker card to either take a powder tool or Alistair, we're outside filming and my son is so scared of bugs right now, you guys. He's like hiding under. Alistair, buddy, don't go underneath the table. Wow. So if, what? Okay, and now there is an airplane. That's what happens when I try filming outside. Anyways, if you're making a shaker card, don't forget to take your powder tool or a dryer sheet and wipe it around the edges, just because that's going to help your sequins not stick. So yeah, I really love this stamp set. I can't wait to use it more, and I think it goes really well with that gnome stamp set. So this is the third card, and what I like about this one is that I just stamped straight onto the paper for most of it. I did go ahead and cut out this little house right here, the steps, and this light part, so I guess that's more than half, so never mind that. But I do like the simplicity of just stamping straight onto the card, and I definitely want to try that out a little bit more. And then I just cut out like a little hillside here, and the only thing I wasn't too sure about is I used this little vellum part for the sentiment that says "thank you very much," and I feel like it's not super noticeable. Like, you can see it, but yeah, I don't know, next time I'd probably use a darker embossing powder. And then the second thing was that I ended up putting this on here crooked, as you can see, to the back panel. But it's okay, I kind of like it. I was going to try and fix it, but then I was just thinking, nah, it's okay. But yeah, I love this stamp set, and I don't know how I forgot that I made this card, but I definitely wanted to include it just to show you guys. And oh, and then I used distress ink on the background, and what I did was took a circle cutout and put that over the center here, and then I just used embossing powder around the edges, just because I kind of wanted to give it like a spotlight type effect. And I do want to make a more in-depth video for you guys on how I use the Tim Holtz distress inks, because I've had a lot of questions lately, so be on the lookout for that if I haven't already put it up. But yeah, there's that. I hope you guys like it.